Good morning, brothers and sisters. We are continuing our Hoondokhae with Heavenly Tribe Hoondok book, Special Words. Chapter 2, Heavenly Parents Ideal, Created the World. Section 9, Towards the World of Unity, Peace, Happiness, and Freedom, the Nature of Cheon Il Guk. True Parents' Words. Our family, the owner Cheon Il Guk, pledges to build a universal family encompassing heaven and earth, which is God's ideal of creation, and perfect the world of freedom, peace, unity, and happiness by centering on true love. As the gap between the mind and body widens, the amount of distress increases, suffering and tragedy take hold. Thus, we need to narrow the gap between our mind and bodies until they unite into one. If we cannot do that, this world will never know peace or happiness. Even if the global battle ends and we try to live in peace, we will not see hope, fulfillment, or peace unless each of us ends our own internal battle. The problem is within me, within myself. I have to resolve my own fundamental issues. Once I do so, when I come upon ideal surroundings in the external world, peace and fulfillment will permeate my mind. Sorry about that. In order to realize a free and happy kingdom of heaven, we need to connect with the Word on that basis. No matter how well organized the environment may be, if our own problems have not been solved, we cannot blend into that happy environment. Where there is no unity, there can be no peace. Where there is no unity, there is no hope. Can you be happy when your mind and body are not united? Can you be happy when your mind and body are fighting? Can you be free? The two have to work well together. Peace requires a balance between the two. Have you found that balance? Do you get along well with your spouse? If you fight with your spouse in the morning, do you go your own way feeling happy the rest of the day? No. Freedom exists on the foundation of unity. If there is no unity, there is no happiness. If there is no unity, there is no peace. If there is no unity, there is no hope. Sharing thoughts. I spend my entire life visiting the lowest places on earth. I cultivate old forests and sow seeds. I cut down trees to build schools for children and feed them with fish I caught. I met the President Mikhail Gorbachev on the Soviet Union as part of my effort to bring reconciliation between communism and democracy. And I met President Kim Il-sung of North Korea for a serious discussion on how to bring peace to the Korean Peninsula. I went to the United States, which was in moral decline, and played the role of a fireman responding to a call in an effort to reawaken its Puritan spirit. I dedicated myself to resolving various conflicts in the world. In my work for peace among Muslim and Jew, I was not deterred by rampant terror. As a result of my efforts, thousands have gathered for rallies and peace marches with Jew, Muslim, and Christians all joining together. Sadly, however, the conflict continues. However, I continue to believe that one day the gate to a world of peace will open wide. Have you ever thought about peace, freedom, unity, and happiness in your everyday life? Which do you think is the one that needs to be attained first? It is the unity that should be attained first. Only when unity is attained at the smallest level can it be attained at a bigger level. Unity of mind and body can be attained at the individual level, then it can be attained between individuals, an individual and the family, group, society, nation, and the world. What opposes the idea of unity is boundaries. Boundary exists between our mind and body. Starting from this, the existence of boundaries expands to individuals, groups, and nations. The very beginning point of unity is the mind and body of individuals. Then why is it that people hold on to their boundaries and fight among themselves? First, it is because the fall turns us into contradictory beings. This means we are stuck in a system of conflict. Second, it is because we lost the purpose of our existence due to the fall. Those without a clear objective are bound to find themselves lost. They are lost and conflicted. There is no truth in their hearts. Third, it is because our excessive desire puts individual interests before anything else, naturally creating boundaries that lead to conflict. In other words, people feel limitation when they are no longer able to pursue their excessive desires. Fourth, it is because we look sideways while pursuing our goals. People who pursue their own selfish interests rather than the good of the community tend to be affected by external elements. What does it mean to attain unity? First, it means to have a clear self-identity and goals with no internal borders that create conflict and no shadow in the heart. A person can attain this state of unity when he finds himself completely centered upon Heavenly Parent. Second, it means to set aside selfish desires, aligning our goals for the sake of the world and walking the transparent path of joy and glory. You may have experienced a change in your relationship with someone after quarreling with that person. For example, if a married couple fights, each of them may feel as though the air is so full of tension that it is difficult even to breathe. Their every action begins to feel unnatural. So if their body is entangled in chain, if this type of predicament, the whole family, in this type of predicament, the whole family will lose its freedom and happiness. This also means that there is no peace without unity and no happiness without peace. Things change completely when the couple reconcile its differences and witness the other true intention. They will be free from the shackles that slow them down, and peace and happiness will begin to flourish again in that family. In the end, the matters of peace, happiness, and freedom are closely related to the unity of heart between the husband and wife. No matter the time and place in history, human beings always have pursued unity, peace, happiness, and freedom. True parents teach us that these values are possible only upon the foundation of unity. At the very base, there is the unity of mind and body. The human mind originally is designed to pursue noble values such as truth, goodness, beauty, and love. The human body, however, always is trying to drag us in the opposite direction towards clothing, food, shelter, and carnal desire. This has led humanity to experience endless internal fight and struggles. Human beings were supposed to live a valuable life by having dominion over their bodies. Instead, however, people have been dominated by the desire of their flesh and living for their own sake. This conflict between the mind and body materializes not only within individuals but also between the individuals and society and individuals and nature. That is why true parents have long thought that attain mastery over yourself before seeking to master the things in the universe around you. What should we do in order to unite our mind and body? The true word of goodness will emerge when all relationships center around Heavenly Parent's heart of living for the sake of others. The true word of unity, peace, happiness, and freedom will come when we completely align with Heavenly Parent and eliminate all boundaries. That is the place where peace will settle. Peace is possible only when we start to place other first. In other words, it is the culture of living for the sake of others. Happiness then will follow naturally. Happiness expands the more it is shared. Later, it will take the shape of a culture. This is how the true word of freedom with unity, peace, and happiness can emerge. The foundation of Heavenly Parents' culture of living for the sake of others is required before individuals and society can enjoy their freedom. Points of contemplation. 1. Let us silently reflect on the meaning of true parents' teaching. Attain mastery over yourself before seeking to master things in the universe around you. 2. How should we eliminate the borders between our mind and body? Let us examine what kinds of boundaries exist in our life and think about ways to eliminate them. 3. What are some of the things we can do to create a society where unification, peace, happiness, freedom are realized in their truest sense? Wow. Such an incredible message this morning. Meditating on this point, as the Father say many times in his speeches that more than 70% of his speeches it's based on mind and body unity, and it's not a coincidence. We can see this is like ABC. If you don't know ABC, then you cannot write properly, you cannot talk properly, you cannot manage. If you don't know to count, you don't know how to manage your life in the truest sense. It's like it's the base, the foundation of a house. If the foundation is not good, even though you build a house, the walls would crumble. And we see the true fathers say very clear, before having dominion over the universe, you have to have dominion over yourself. And we see that the battle of making mind and body unity, it's a substantial one. As much you want to go on the path of God, Satan will try to trigger inside of you all your faults, all your desire, all your thoughts and everything. So it's a great fight, especially for the people that want to go on the path of resembling Heavenly Mom and Dad, for creating a world of peace, happiness, freedom, unification. Yeah, the peace starts with me. If we cannot make mind and body unity, everything that we built after is crumbling. That's why we see so many broken relationships in today's society. That's why we see so many broken people, divorce, and single mothers, and children in orphanage, and you name it. People are suffering because nobody taught us these things until through parents. Nobody taught us all these things. Thank you for everything. Such a deep message. I let you have your own contemplation on today's message and on today's contemplation points. And never give up. Let's fight on making a mind and body united, centered on Heavenly Mom and Dad and on true parents, coming in that absolute alignment that in one day we can confidently scream out with pride and dignity and honor, I am a child of the most beloved Heavenly Mom and Dad. I am a beloved son or daughter of Heavenly Mom and Dad, and God is dwelling in me. I am perfect as my Heavenly Mom and Dad is perfect. Thank you, my brother and sister. I truly wish you a gorgeous, beautiful day.